Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Where we kind of go through everything and try to figure out what's really going on.
Exactly.
Unpack it.
Yeah. Today, we are putting on our ski goggles, and we're going to look at Sara Hector.
Ooh, fun.
And you guys have sent in some really great articles and biographical info on Sara Hector.
Awesome.
So let's just dive in.
Let's do it.
It's just amazing to me that somebody can be at the very top of their game and then face a career-ending injury.
Right.
And, that's the world we're stepping into today, the world of professional skiing.
Yeah, it's high stakes for sure.
Yeah, and what I find just fascinating is that her story isn't just about, physical strength. It's about mental resilience, too.
Absolutely.
And I think that's so important because we always see the highlight reel.
Right.
We see the, the gold medals.
Okay.
But we never really see the grit and the determination.
The work that goes into it behind the scenes.
Right, exactly. And Sara's story definitely has its share of setbacks.
I mean, she practically grew up on skis in Sweden.
Right, yeah, pretty much.
Like natural talent just oozing from her pores.
Right.
And boom,
Mm-hmm.
December 2014, she snags her first World Cup win.
Wow.
In Austria.
That's huge.
Like, everything's coming up roses.
Yeah, a first World Cup victory is a huge milestone in any athlete's career. I mean, it really validates all the sacrifices, all the grueling training, the commitment,
Yeah.
It just shows that, what's possible and what the future could hold.
And that's what makes what happened next so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
2015 career-threatening knee injury.
Oh,
Like hitting a wall at 100 miles an hour.
it's devastating.
How do you even begin to process that?
I mean, it's going to be so difficult. It's not just the physical pain and rehab. It's
Right.
the mental battle, the fear that you might never compete again.
Yeah.
The uncertainty, the weight of everybody's expectations.
Oh, yeah.
It all comes crashing down.
Yeah, and as if that wasn't enough, her mother was going through her own health challenges
Oh, wow.
at the same time.
So she's dealing with this on top of her own injury.
Yeah, imagine dealing with, a major injury and watching someone you love struggle too.
That must have been so difficult for her.
It must have been incredibly difficult.
I think it's amazing, though, how adversity can shape us,
Yeah.
Some people crumble under pressure, but others, they find a new kind of strength.
Yeah.
And it seems like for Sara, witnessing her mother's fight gave her a really unique perspective, and it kind of fueled her determination,
Yeah. And she did. But, we're not talking about a quick comeback montage.
Right.
This was a long, hard slog.
Yeah.
7 years.
Wow.
To be exact.
That's a long time.
7 years of intense rehab setbacks and just battling those inner demons of doubt.
I mean, that really shows you the difference between talent and true grit. I mean, physical recovery is one thing, but the mental fortitude to keep going when it seems like everything's against you, that's what champions are made of.
That's incredible. And then December 2021, talk about a comeback story. 7 years after that devastating injury, she wins another World Cup race.
Wow.
I mean, wow, the skiing world was stunned.
Yeah, nobody expected that.
Nobody expected that.
Especially after being away for so long.
Yeah.
It's remarkable, not just that she won, but how much time had passed. I mean, 7 years is a lifetime in professional sports.
It really is.
It shows you the power of believing in yourself and not giving up.
And, this wasn't just a one-hit wonder.
Right.
Right?
Right.
This win, it kicked off a whole new chapter in her career.
Absolutely. It was like the arrival of Sara Hector 2.0.
Okay. I am hooked.
Right.
What happened next?
Well, her earlier victories were all about raw talent.
Okay.
But now there was something different. A more strategic approach, a deeper understanding of her strengths and weaknesses.
So she wasn't just relying on natural ability anymore.
Exactly. It's like she analyzed her own performance, figured out what she needed to improve, and then really honed those skills.
So it was a combination of raw talent and just calculated refinement.
Precisely, she took what she was naturally good at and then added a layer of tactical awareness and strategy.
Wow, what a transformation.
It really is. And this transformation was about to be put to the ultimate test.
Oh.
The 2022 Beijing Olympics were on the horizon.
Wow.
The Olympics are the pinnacle for any athlete.
Right.
It's like the culmination of all those years of dedication and sacrifice. And
Yeah.
for Sara, coming back from this injury,
Right.
the pressure must have been immense.
And I can't even imagine, and it's not just about the physical side of things, right?
Right.
It's the mental toughness. being able to block out the distractions
Oh, yeah.
and perform under like the most intense scrutiny.
Exactly. The whole world's watching.
Right.
Expectations are sky high,
Yeah.
and the margin for error is so tiny.
It's just razor thin.
Yeah, it's like as much a mental game as it is a physical one.
So did she crumble?
Nope, not even close.
Wow.
She absolutely dominated the giant slalom.
No way.
Yeah, took home the gold medal.
What? That's incredible.
It's a true Hollywood ending to a comeback story.
I bet that moment was pure magic.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
All those years of struggle, all the doubt just melting away.
It's a testament to what we can do, what the human spirit can overcome.
Wow.
I mean, to achieve that level of greatness when it seems like everything is against you, that's something special.
Okay, but let's be real.
Okay.
Some athletes, they peak at the Olympics.
Right.
Is that where her story ends?
No, not at all.
Okay.
She didn't just win, she dominated.
Okay.
And this wasn't a fluke either. She kept that momentum going, and she proved her consistency again and again, like take the 2024 World Cup, for example.
Oh, yeah, I remember reading about that one. Wasn't that the race where she beat Michaela Schifrin?
Yeah.
Like by a landslide?
By a landslide.
Wow.
Schifrin is a legend in the sport.
She is?
And Sara just blew her out of the water.
Okay, so I'm really curious, what was different about her approach?
Okay.
Was it technique, strategy, something else?
Well, it was a combination of things. I think, technically she was skiing flawlessly.
Okay.
Every turn counted, but what really stood out was her mental game.
So she wasn't just skiing faster, she was skiing smarter.
Exactly. It was like she had decoded the mountain, anticipating every twist and turn.
Yeah.
And then there was this focus, this like unwavering determination to win.
She was in the zone.
Completely in the zone. And it showed, it wasn't just about winning. It was about dominating.
Wow.
Proving that she was the best.
Okay, so what does all this mean for us?
Right.
Us regular people, the non-Olympians.
Yeah.
What can we learn from her journey?
Well, Sara's story is about way more than just skiing, Right. It's a reminder that no matter how tough things get, we can overcome them. We have that strength inside of us. Yeah. It's about resilience.
Okay.
And it's about perspective, too.
Yeah.
Sara found strength by watching her mom. And it helped her put her own challenges into perspective, like realizing that even when we're going through a tough time, there's always somebody out there.
Always.
Who's fighting a harder battle.
Right. And then there's passion, too.
Yeah.
Sara's love for the sport, it kept her going. And it's that fire, that fuels our dedication, our perseverance, and it helps us reach our goals.
It's like that saying, find something you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life. But even with passion, there's got to be days when you just want to quit.
Of course, there will be setbacks and doubts and times when you want to give up.
Yeah.
But those are the moments that really test us.
So it's not about avoiding the tough times.
Right.
It's about how we deal with them.
Exactly. It's about using them to grow and learn.
And Sara's story shows us that even when we hit rock bottom, there's always a way back up.
Always.
It's about finding that inner strength.
Yeah.
That voice that says, I'm not done yet. I can do this.
And that's a powerful message for everyone whether we're facing a challenge on the slopes or just in our everyday lives. It is absolutely. But as inspiring as her story is, I have to wonder, is there more to this? Sara 2.0.
Oh, interesting.
Did her approach to training change after the injury? Did she adopt any new techniques or strategies that might explain this resurgence?
That's a great question. And you know what? It's something that we could definitely delve into further.
Okay.
But I kind of want to shift gears for a second.
Okay.
And circle back to something we talked about earlier, the mental aspect of skiing.
Okay.
Something we often overlook.
Yeah.
But it plays such a crucial role in performance, especially at the elite level.
You're right. We talked about her grit and determination, but how did that actually translate into her skiing?
Right.
What were some of the mental techniques or strategies that she used to gain that competitive edge?
Yeah, it's like in any high-pressure situation, whether it's a big presentation at work or a game-winning shot, the mental game is just as important as the physical skills.
Oh, absolutely. And for skiers, they're not only racing against the clock, they're also battling the elements, the terrain.
Yeah, the terrain.
And their own doubts.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Their own inner doubts.
It's like a constant balancing act, isn't it?
Totally.
Like pushing your limits, but staying in control.
Right, managing that risk versus reward with every turn.
Exactly. And from what I've read about Sara, she seems to have really mastered that mental aspect of skiing. Like after her injury, she really focused on, developing her mental resilience
Yeah.
and her visualization techniques.
Oh, that's interesting. So visualization, like where you picture yourself skiing the course perfectly in your mind.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's a huge part of it.
Okay.
It's about creating that mental blueprint for success.
Okay.
Running through the race in your mind, anticipating challenges and visualizing yourself overcoming them.
So it's like creating a mental muscle memory for the race,
Exactly.
training your mind to react instinctively.
Yeah, to any situation.
Wow.
And it's not just about the physical aspects either, you know? It's about visualizing yourself staying calm under pressure, focusing on what you need to do and maintaining that concentration.
It sounds almost like a form of meditation,
Right.
like training your mind to stay present and focused even when everything's going crazy around you.
That's a great analogy, and it seems like it really worked for Sara.
It did.
Her comeback wasn't just about physical therapy. It was about rebuilding her confidence, her mental toughness, and her ability to perform under pressure.
And you're right when you think about it. That mental strength, that ability to stay focused and composed under pressure.
Uh-huh.
That's valuable, not just in sports, but in life in general.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about all those high-stakes moments we all face.
Oh, yeah.
Job interviews, public speaking.
Even just navigating a tough conversation with somebody.
Right, exactly. The ability to stay grounded, manage your nerves, and focus on what you need to do,
Yeah,
Those are essential skills for life.
they really are. And I think Sara Hector's story is just this powerful reminder that we all have those reserves of strength within us.
Yeah.
That ability to rise above challenges and achieve things that we never even thought possible.
It's been a really amazing deep dive into the world of Sara Hector, hasn't it?
It has.
We've uncovered so much more than just her skiing stats and race results.
We really have. We've explored the depths of human resilience,
Yeah.
the power of the mind,
Human spirit.
and the unwavering spirit that just drives us to overcome obstacles and achieve our dreams.
And as we wrap up, I think it's fitting to leave our listeners with this thought.
Okay.
Sara found inspiration by watching her mother's battle with her health.
Yeah,
Who are the people in your life that inspire you to keep pushing forward?
that's a great question.
You know whose strength and resilience motivates you to climb your own mountains and conquer your own challenges?
That is a great question. Thank you for joining us on this exhilarating deep dive.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. We'll see you next time when we explore another fascinating topic, uncovering hidden insights and sparking new ideas. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing your limits.